Old man in New England coming from upstate New York in Adirondack State Park. We are on Long Lake and we've got a 4-day canoe trip ahead of us. There's 4 of us today. We're heading north on Long Lake. Gonna go into the Raquette River. I think we'll probably camp right around the outlet to the Raquette River. And then the other 3 days are doing the Raquette. And the Raquette weaves around and eventually pops out on Tupper Lake. So we have 1 carry around Raquette Falls. That's 1.3 miles. We may spend our second night there. We may go a little bit further. We'll see what the weather's like, see how everyone's feeling. But total of 44 miles. Long Lake today is looking calm, which is nice. Typically the prevailing winds come up the lake, so they'd be at our back if we get any winds. It looks like the wind forecast is going to be coming across the lake, so if we stay on the west side we should be good. It's going to be camping, it's going to be paddling, it's going to be sitting around the campfire if we could scrounge up a little bit of camp wood. But I'm glad you can enjoy the adventure with us. If you like this kind of thing, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and that helps the channel quite a bit. So let's get this thing going.
What's this one? Wisconsin? Minnesota?
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Bye-bye.
Okay. We made it up to Camp Riverdale. We were about 9 miles up Long Lake, cooking with our little stick stove. It's a good traditional Adirondack site with a lean-to that none of us want to stay in because it's kind of stinky. But it does have a it's got like a Weber type grill in there, which is interesting. Got some probably empty Coleman canisters. And we're set up down here. Got a little bit of cribbage going. We got Tony. We got Glenn. We got Greg. We got
the old man in New England.
Got the old man in New England. Beautiful lake. Hardly any bugs. Boiling up some water for some freeze-dried food. been a good day.
You caught me.
What do you say, Greg? Anything about today?
Well, let's see how the water's boiling.
Like that's calling someone and saying like you're out here points.
Almost there.
Obviously, you have to wait until
Like my new kettle?
Nice. I do like it. What do you have for dinner?
Give a sec. Okay.
Let's check it out here. Chicken fajita bowl.
Ooh.
On the
Should be fine.
counting.
Nice.
Like I do have one friend who also does it on the.
All right, follow this shoreline and then straight across to the other side.
Yep.
You got the pro behind you now. I'll be able to give you actual good feedback on it.
Off we go. Day 2. Day 2. All right, we get to turn around and go get the camera. Oh, you can. You can keep traveling. Another beautiful day.
Yeah, can't get much better from this.
Oh, I can't get over how calm it is.
Yeah.
All right, so we did 9 miles yesterday.
What's the itinerary today?
I think we've got maybe 3 miles or 2 miles to the mouth of the Raquette. We want to go in it on the right side of supposedly the deepest channel. And then a few miles up to Raquette Falls. We'll get out there. And the 1.3 mile carry. And then we'll just go as far as we want.
What kind of cars is that?
Subaru Forester. No, I think that has like.
June. I don't know. I haven't been to Cuba. Yeah, it's a bucket list place. It's a big place.
We made it to the Raquette River carry. Can't say portage, gotta say carry. 1.3 miles. That canoe there, I mean, that is just a classic, good old Grumman. How's everyone feeling?
Right.
You ready? This is when all that extra stuff we packed is gonna really benefit us.
This is when you said bring 4 backpacks.
All right.
So we're going to bring everything up individually to the top of the hill and then down. And then really
that makes
get squared
sense.
away.
All right, here we go. All right, first time I've done it with backpack and canoe. We'll see how the old man's back hangs out. Whew. Oh man, I made it 1.3 miles. Yeah, canoe had to go down, and I hoofed the backpack up to the ranger station and the lean-to, and that's getting close to the put-in. So just hoofed it back here, 0.6 of a mile, continue on. Oh man, I am not as young as I used to be. It's still a lot of fun though. All right, here we go. This is tiring. Trail's a little muddy, not bad though. Not as bad as when we did the Moose River boat trip. Man, that one portage that we did there, it was pouring rain. I don't know if you saw that video. Pouring rain, and we were on these bog walks, these logs, and man, they were slippery. Whew, thought for sure I was gonna take a digger, but we made it. So hopefully we're just as fortunate on this hike. All right, the plan is to get to the put-in and then break for a little lunch. It's about 12 o'clock now, and the river's really moving, so we're gonna go as far as we can this afternoon, find ourselves a good spot, and there's a chance we might finish this in 3 days, but we'll see. There's a deer up there. So you might be wondering what we pack on trips like this. Let me show you. When I plan for a trip, I've got a whole pile of gear to choose from. I do backpacking in the past. I've done bike packing, canoe camping, of course. So I've got all kinds of gear, heavy gear, light gear, car camping gear. So I thought I'd just go through what I'm taking on this 4-day trip. So first thing is kind of setting up like the cockpit of the canoe, stuff that I need to access easily. And I use this granite gear bag, and this just hangs right in front of me, right on the thwart of the canoe. I've got my map attached to that, and then inside it, I've got. Well, first of all, this thing is not. It's not completely waterproof. It's water resistant, but if I were to flip over, water would get in here. So the stuff that I don't want to get wet, I do continue to put in dry bags. So inside this dry bag, I've got my mosquito net, want that easily accessible, my headlamp, just in case we should end the paddle at night and I need to be able to get to that quickly. I've got my water filtration system, so it's a Sawyer Mini, and then a CNOC bag to squirt the water through the filter. And what else do we have in here? Sometimes I just don't feel like drinking water, so I throw these Noon tablets into the water bottle to make it a little more palatable. And then finally, just a real quick and down and dirty first aid kit. Other things that are in here, I've got a little bit of camera equipment. I've got snacks for the day. We usually break for lunch during the day, and I've got these little pouches of chicken. So I have my long spoon in here, and then a little bit more camera equipment. I'll also throw my wallet, phone, car keys, etc. into here. So that's everything that I want to have quick access. Clipped to that, I've used this Yeti dry bag here. This thing connects to a Yeti cooler, and I'll connect that to this bag as well. This has my camera gear. Camera gear is really simple. It's just GoPro gear. A tiny little tripod. I've got a charger. This little Rav Power smart charger. I've had this thing for like 6 or 7 years, I think. still USB A connectors on it, so I have to make sure that's what I bring. But I'll use this to charge my camera batteries, charge my phone, and that should be good for 4 days. And then there's other miscellaneous camera equipment that's in here. So that's the stuff that's, you know, relatively quickly available, you know, as I'm paddling the canoe. Then I've got in my bag, my actual backpack, I've got my kit for cooking, and again, everything's in a dry bag. Everything, you know, is going to get wet otherwise. In my cooking kit, I have my little ditty bag. This has matches and you know, another little first aid kit in here, knives, that kind of thing. I've got some fire starter. I have this 2-peak can. This is what I use for heating up all my water. And inside there, I've got my stove. I've got my fuel tank. I've got a second fuel tank in here as well. And then the only thing else that I've got dinner-wise is a cup. So I'll drink out of that. I'm just bringing dehydrated food for this trip, so I'll just use that long spoon to eat out of that. And just for the fun of it, I have this little titanium wood stove. This is a Vargo titanium hexagon wood stove. This is just to play with. I'll see how much I can cook, but I'll probably be cooking on my my little gas stove the whole time. Yeah, extra container here. Other things that are in the backpack is a little toiletry kit. I've got some ibuprofen for these old man's arms. I've got toothbrush, etc. And then at the top of this bag, I've got my rain gear. I want that readily accessible, but you know, not outside of the bag. So I've got a raincoat. I've got rain pants. I'm really hoping that I don't have to use that this weekend, but we'll see. I've got my food bag, and this is all dried foods. You'll see me making them throughout the week. Some white chicken and some olives in little foil bags, and those are for lunch. So we've got that going. And then what is in here? It's good for me to go through this because it'll remind me where the heck I've packed everything. So in here we've got, oh yeah. So all this is just a little bit more. These are more lunch food. So it's all the nuts. I've taken some of them out and mixed them together in a bag, and that's in my little cockpit bag. But then the rest is packed away in the backpack. And then some creature comforts. I've got a table. It is canoe camping, so I can bring some heavy stuff. It's not too much of a portage this time. I've got my little Chair Zero, my little sub 1 pound chair, and got this great tarp. And then finally, what do we have in here? This is my whole sleep system. So let's put this down here. We'll take a look at this. I've got a sleeping bag, down sleeping bag. I've got a pillow. Gotta have a pillow nowadays. I've got a, this is the under quilt for my hammock setup. I don't know if it's going to be that cold, but I don't want to risk it, and it doesn't really weigh too much. And then my hammock setup. So it's a hammock, it's a tarp, and it's a bug net as well as the straps for the trees. So it ends up weighing, you know, pretty much the same as if I were to bring a tent. This plus the under quilt. I mean, I think there's a few ounces savings, but I tell you, I think it's more comfortable to sleep in these hammocks than on the ground and in a tent. And I think it gives us, certainly here in the Northeast, gives us more options for where we can set up. We don't have to look for that nice flat piece of ground. And then, do I have anything else in here? Let's see. I've got a saw, just in case there's actually a little bit of firewood around. The Adirondacks tend to be pretty picked dry, so we'll see if we can actually have a fire. And then finally, the only thing is a couple of Nalgene water bottles. These are the only water containers I'll bring with me. Yeah, so that's the setup. You'll see me using it over the next 4 days. When I walked by the lean-to and I saw my backpack was not there, I said, yes, you're the best. We're at the put-in at Lower Raquette Falls. Amazing beach here, holy cow. Great spot. We're gonna walk up to the falls, have a little lunch. We talked to the ranger earlier. Is the ranger a she?
Probably a ranger, but...
Ranger. Let's say she's a ranger. Kind of a ranger. The caretaker. There's a caretaker here, so there's one of 4 outposts in the Adirondacks. I guess there used to be something like 20, but they're slowly disappearing. So this is here, it's remote. The caretaker has to take like a cable car across one of the rivers from a parking lot, and then they come up on like a little motorboat, and they've got this great old log cabin here off the grid, solar panels and lithium batteries and gas. So cool, so cool. The place was originally built and owned by the president of the Pullman Car Company, or Pullman Carriage Company. So those cool railroad carriages. I guess he built a bunch of bridges down in Manhattan, down in New York City, and very wealthy man. Now when he died, his wife left this to the state, and apparently it immediately burned down, and they rebuilt it. I guess it's this is like the 4th reincarnation of this place, and it's right up there. The plan is to try to get as many miles in today as possible. We got the latest forecast, and it looks like tomorrow afternoon, evening might start to rain into Sunday, and so we're gonna really kind of push it. The water is really moving fast, so we should be able to get a lot of miles in today. So that's the plan. We'll get as far as we can today and try to finish it up tomorrow on Saturday, so 1 day earlier than originally planned. But we'll see. We're always trying to beat the weather. It's nothing worse than setting up camp or taking down camp in the rain. So we're going to head up to the upper falls and lower falls. This is a little side trail. This isn't the carry trail, and we'll go take a look at it. Lower Raquette Falls. Alright, I think we're good. Nice. Back on the Raquette River. Next point of interest is Stony Creek. About 8 or 9 years ago, I did this route, and that's where I turned off to go to the upper Saranac Lake. And we're gonna go past that, so that'll be all brand new for me. We hope to put in some miles today. Oh, it's been a long day of paddling. I think we did about 12 miles of paddling and 4 miles of carrying. And we were kind of thinking, well, the farther we go, we can find a spot where we were ahead of everyone, so we weren't too worried about getting spots. But we didn't realize that people come in from the other direction from Tupper Lake, and they come in on motorboats. So as we're getting ready to stop, like, this site's filled and that site's filled, and I'm getting tired. But we found this one lean-to, and it's site 21A. So I think it's new. I mean, looking at the lean-to, it actually looks new. I mean, we're not going to sleep in it, but we can keep all our gear in it. So yeah, we got ourselves a spot, I think. Got Greg set up over here. Got all our gear that quickly spreads out. Got this cool thing over here. We'll do our cooking here. I got my spot up there. What do you think, Tony? Is this all right?
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Is it all right?
Loving it.
Yeah, you guys got some nice places down there. You're down near the water. Sweet!
Both one cup, even though
I'll get a count.
his looks so much bigger than mine.
It
Oh my
does.
Lord.
What day is it?
Day 4.
Day 3, Saturday.
Day 3.
Day 3, Saturday.
August 17th.
August 17th. Nice.
Make a wish.
Red sky in the morning. Sailor take warning. That's us. So we're taking warning. The wind is blowing. It's coming out of the northwest, which may be a problem on Tupper Lake. We think we have no choice, really. We're going to just plow on through to the car today instead of 4 days, because we eventually get to the end of the public land, and then for the longest time there's no place to camp. So we're kind of right on the edge of that. We'll just keep on going. I think the wind is going to be a problem. How many miles did we say it was going to be?
Oh, 17.
17 miles or so. Yeah, so the adventure continues. Okay.
And draw.
It's cloudy.
Taking 1 foot out.
Did you have 1 foot on the rock?
Yeah. Get my weight out.
That was good. Yeah, that was what we were hoping you'd figure out.
Yeah, we were going to turn around. There wasn't much we could do other than dock.
Why?
God,
Oh, that
yeah.
whole area was rocks everywhere.
I feel like there was a warning sign after everything being like, caution shallow water. I'm like, would have been nice to know that on the other side.
There were channel markers all on the other side.
So we're out of the public land into the private land, all kinds of nice little homes along the shore. And it's raining. I think it's going to be raining for the rest of the day, Greg?
Yeah, just probably the next hour or so.
It's the next hour. All right. We've gone 4.4 miles. Oh. And everyone's in good spirits?
Oh yeah,
Great spirits.
Excellent.
it was great.
Good.
A little rain.
Yeah, little running aground.
It makes it the trip more surreal, having a little rain.
Yeah,
It wasn't a camping or hiking weekend without a little rain.
it completes it.
Yeah.
Simon Pond. So for some we've been talking about this. The whole trip's supposed to be 44 miles. It doesn't feel like it's going to be more than 35, so I don't know what magic we performed. But we're at the end of the Raquette River. We're on Simon Pond, heading towards the Route 30 bridge. Ooh, loon. Heading towards the Route 30 bridge. I don't know if you can see it over there.
Is that a baldy?
Yep.
That's a baldy.
Got a bald eagle over there?
He just got something.
Loon behind us.
Bald eagle. Nice. Yeah, it's been raining most of the time. It's stopped now. The wind's not so bad. The little bit of wind there is at our back. Kind of.
Keep the motorboat back.
Kind of at our back. So, yeah, we're probably going to wrap this up by noon. Here's the takeout. What's this called? Moody takeout. Moody boat launch.
Tupper Lake.
We're in Tupper Lake. Very grassy. Following these grassy trails. And that brings us to the end of our journey. Don't think it was 44 miles.
Okay.
It was really nice. Weather held out, a little bit of rain, a little bit wet now, but I think I'll dry off quick.